right side. Albies over to first in time. And that is that. Pirates strand a couple. One out, bases empty. Thomas with a couple of homers in his last game. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He circles the bases. That's his 5th homer of the series. It's 4-0. 9 consecutive games with a home run.
They'll just dialed in at the dish right now. 9 games in a row. That's just unthinkable. Congrats to him. He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. Two and two. That's towards center.
Hit me, 2-2-2.
Corrals it, and there's one down.
Now batting, designated hitter.
So now the DH spot, Alex Freeland. So now 3 and 2. Cut on and lifted in the air. Kowser makes the catch. And there are 2 outs.
The center fielder, number 12, Victor Scott.
Man at first. Here's the center fielder, Victor Scott. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Got him. That's the 3rd out. Excellent work. Back here at Chavez Ravine, ready to begin the 8th. Now it's the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Around first and hustling for second. And 1 pitch into the inning, it's a leadoff double.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
First and second, no outs. Up next for the Pirates, Jonah Bride. Lined, and that's a base hit. Coming home. The tag, and he's in there. It's 5-1.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
No outs, runners at first and second. Grounder might be 2. To Betts at second for 1. Back to first, and that is a double play.
That was a much-needed double play right there. It gives him a really good shot at minimizing any further damage in this inning.
Digging in, Bartolo Sandoval. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking. Good job at damage control right there. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Pirates 1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Kyle Nicholas. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. The man, Thomas, steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Again, his second homer of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 6-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Out to center, Thomas coming on. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Very nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Here's the third baseman, Brian Hayes. 1 down, base is empty. This one popped up, right side, low. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down. Next is the Pirates DH, Alex Freeland. Two down, nobody on. Lifted to left, and that should do it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep. Thomas.
Listen, I'm back on the road again, been popping them. This might be my demise. Too many ops out here that's posing as friends. He's gon' wear disguise. Why you betray my trust? I thought it was love, but it doesn't come by surprise. Nothing as real as the same when you chase your dream, though. You just gotta open your eyes. This world is up, filled with all type of blood suckers. Put the on my blood, brother. Ain't no worse feeling when you tryna run up a million, but they don't got no love for you. What else to go? When I showed them the his friends, he's gon' wear disguise. Why you betray my trust? I thought it was love, but it doesn't come by surprise. Nothing as real as the same when you chase your dream, though. You just gotta.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Los. And at the plate for Miami, David Brennan.
The designated hitter, David Brennan.
Hit on the ground to short, and it's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Now batting Jarren Duran. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Drops it at second, and everybody's safe. Wow. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. You're in game one of this 3-game set. That one ripped. Raging back towards the wall. Relay. And it's off the wall. Headed for the plate. The relay. The tag, safe. And it's 1-0.
Everything came together for him. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but well, that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though.
Down the line, it's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
And now it's going to be Kerry Carpenter. Edwards aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a base hit.
Here we go. 53.
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Now it's Matt Chapman. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Here's a 2-2. Line to right, base hit. 1 runs in. Here's the throw. It's offline, and he scores. It's 4-zip.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
First and second, no outs. Junior Caminero, the next to hit.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Pasquantino on second. Chapman at first with no outs. And that one hammered. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double. A run comes in on the play.
Well, everyone is thinking, Ed, would the runner have scored from first if the ball stayed in the park? We'll never know, but they do get a run across with a chance to do more damage in the inning.
And now it's Dalton Varsho.
You have to find a way to score the runner from third, especially with less than 2 outs. Wait for the pitch you want and hit it as hard as you can.
2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out. Base hit. 1 run is in. Runner stops at third, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
Peter Wellburn digs in now. And a pitch. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. He's got it. Runner tags for home. The throw in. And he's in there. And a run comes in to score.
Man, there's a sac fly to bring home another run in this inning. These hitters are just piling it on. We're seeing some really quality at-bats out of this team right now.
David Brennan, the next up for the Marlins.
David Brennan.
Here's the 2-2. Now a screamer into the outfield. Kowser makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Up next to the Marlins, the left fielder, Jeremy Duran.
So a man at first. Now the left fielder, Jarren Duran. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
So first and second with 2 outs. And now the shortstop, Xavier Edwards. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate, and there's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
And that'll load the bases.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
2 outs, bases full. Kerry Carpenter, the next up for the Marlins. Varsho, the runner at third. Duran at second. Edwards on at first with 2 down. Dives, and he can't hang on. In to score is the runner from third, and it's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead.
The first baseman,
Vinny Pasquantino, the next up for the Marlins. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. This one popped up. Ramirez. And he makes the catch. And that is that. So they bat around and score 8 times to take the lead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Marlins 8 and the Dodgers nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second. And now here is Matt Chapman. Swing and a chopper out to short. And quickly one away in the second.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
So 1 out, nobody on. Junior Caminero, the next up for the Marlins.
1-1-1.
Hard hit, right side. Throw to first in time.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Dalton Varsho, the next up for the Marlins. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
And he beats it. He's safe.
Nearly a highlight reel play at third, but the bare hand grab still wasn't enough to get the out. Great effort to make that play as close as it was, though.
So 2 down. Peter Welburn, the next up for the Marlins. On the ground to short. Betts. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Back to the top of the Miami order. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, David Brennan. And a rope into center field, base hit. Coming home. The throw in. He's safe. It's 9-0.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
First and second, 2 down. And now for the Marlins, Jarren Duran. Welburn over at second. Brennan at first. 2 out of the inning. That's to third. Ramirez. They take the force out. They limit the damage here. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Marlins 9 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's the power speed combo. The man Thomas. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Beozo back to work. Lifted to left center. Way back there, and that is gone. That was blasted to the moon. His 46th of the year. It's 9-1. So add another game to his hitting streak. Chris, this is remarkable.
Just so exciting. Game after game, he's given us a real thrill, and that swing was obviously no exception.
Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Man at second. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Thomas sizes this one up. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. Throw into third. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out. Vinny Pasquantino, the next up for the Marlins. And a bunt right side. Low. And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, the safety squeeze can be tough to defend, especially with a good runner at third. You can't risk trying to be overly aggressive and make a play at the plate and give up that easy out at first.
Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled.
Up next for the Marlins.
Man at first, nobody out. And up next for Miami, Dalton Varsho. And a base hit right there. And out to a board. Peter Welburn getting ready to hit. Swung on, belted. That one back. And it's gone. And they tack on to their lead. It's 13-1.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
On a line, base hit. Around first, heading for two. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. Safe at third with a triple, his third hit of the day.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And at the plate for Miami, Jarren Duran.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring him home.
Center field. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. Now a long throw home. Applies the tag, and they get two. Double play.
Well, we assume it, but not all double plays are 6-4 threes or something like that. Right there, it's just sort of a combination of good defense and poor base running, and probably more of the latter. That's a big turn of events in this inning, though.
Stretches out and hauls it in. 3 runs. Back here in L.A., ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's a big power threat. The man, Thomas. On the ground to third. Chapman over to first in time. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. So here's the cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter. Liner snagged at first.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
One down, base is empty. Line drive. And that gets down for a base hit.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Now here is Junior Caminero. 2 on, 1 out. And that one is lifted in the air. Thomas should have this one and makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 5, Dalton Varsho.
Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. The 0-1. That's a base hit. Run scores. Peter Welburn, the next up for the Marlins. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able
a dive, he's got it.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Over to Lowe. Got him as he tried to bunt his way aboard. One down. Now the number 2 hitter, Jarren Duran. Up the middle. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. And now for the Marlins, Xavier Edwards. On the ground, right side, and that one handled in plenty of time to first. They don't come any quicker. 3 pitches for 3 outs, inning over. So they're all loaded up. Thomas now at the plate. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Base hit, 1 run in already. Now 2 runs scored. It's 14-7. Manager out of the dugout. So they turn things over to the righty, Hunter Gaddis.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Next offering is downstairs.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And there's a ball.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
Oh, he hit him. Perfect. And that got him pretty flush.
Well, that pitch right there didn't even sniff the zone. He was all out of whack on that delivery.
Will Smith to the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. 1 run across. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's offline.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So up next, Vinny Pasquantino. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's Matt Chapman. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the top half of inning number 7. That's a hit.
The batter number 90, second baseman,
Junior Caminero, the next to hit. The 0-2. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Quan heads after it. And there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
High fly ball out to left field. Kwan sizing this one up. He makes the grab, and there's 2 away. Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Peter Welburn. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. And now the DH. Thomas played brilliantly despite the loss. Cracked